Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a first impressions review on the NYX HD Studio Foundation. I have the color Natural, which is HDF 103. I actually went to a NYX event, it was last year sometime, but the makeup artist who works for NYX says that she swears by this foundation, she loves it. Now it does claim to be quite a lot of things, so it has light diffusing ingredients to blur skin imperfections and create the appearance of smooth, flawless skin. Creates a soft focus effect to minimize the appearance of lines and leaves your complexion with a natural radiant finish. And infused with tripeptides that refresh and revitalize the skin. I'm guessing it's gonna have like a light to medium kind of coverage. So it's $9.24, quite a bit of tan on today, so I hope it's gonna match. Packaging, it's really simple. I actually am a fan of these foundation bottles. I think that they're so easy to use. You can just squeeze the product right out. I feel like there's a bit less wastage with products like this because you can store them upside down. I think ultimately I would prefer this over a bottle with a pump, even though that's so easy to use. I think that most foundations come with pumps these days. So it comes with a little seal. I'm gonna prime half my face. I'm gonna use my Becca Backlight priming filter and I'm gonna apply that here. So I think that this color will match unless it oxidizes a little bit too much, which it may do. I'll do this side first. Got my beauty blender. I don't think that they had too many colors in their range of this foundation. Well, not in Australia anyway. I think I might have picked this one up in the States. So it is really lightweight coverage. All that's done is really even out my skin tone to match my tan. It's given me absolutely no coverage. Perhaps a brush would work better. I might try a brush. I have the XO Beauty Flat Face Brush. Oh, that works a lot better. Now I'm gonna do the primed side, but I am gonna use the brush because that just worked so much better. I feel like I'm using quite a bit of product. Yeah, brush. Brush is a must. No point using a beauty sponge, it just disappears. Okay, so there's 2.5 layers, I think. I can still see like my scarring. I feel like over here it looks quite patchy. So I can definitely see what they mean about the natural looking finish. It's quite radiant. Definitely not full coverage. I would think light to medium coverage. But I guess the real test is seeing how it wears in photographs as well, which is something that I will test. I do tend to have oily skin, so I will show you how it wears throughout the day. It is quite early that I'm applying this. So, and I know I'm gonna check in at probably 9 o'clock or so tonight because I'm going out to dinner. I'm gonna show you a close-up. So there is a close-up of the foundation. I know the lighting is a little bit funny. So I'm gonna check back in with you after I finish my makeup and then show you how it's worn already. So I have finished my foundation. It is 10 past 10. Now I do use powder which has a bit more coverage in it. It's the Stylist Fresh and Flawless. So I did try and cover up, what is going on here? Excuse my clown face. So I did try and cover up the scarring that I've got going on, and I feel like it's done an okay job at that. I haven't used any setting spray, and I really want to, because on here it looks just like really powdery. I use this RCMA powder, and it just looks so powdery. I'll do a flash test actually. Okay, so I've tested the flash out in darkness and sitting here, and I'll put a photo of it next to a natural light photo and flash in the dark. It looks really good. This flash on this camera, this is the Sony A5000. It makes things look good, but it would show up if it did have flash. So this is what it looks like close up. So I'm going to continue wearing this foundation and testing it out all day to see how it wears on oily skin. I don't know what I have planned today. I may be just at home, I may go out, I may go do something. It is the middle of winter, so it's cold. I don't think I'll end up getting sweaty or anything like that. I think wearing it all day is a test enough in itself. Yeah, so I'll see you soon. Hey guys, so I'm just checking back in. It is 5 o'clock. So I have been wearing the makeup 7 hours. Has it really been that long? To be honest, it looks completely perfect, I think. Let me have a little closer look. I can see that it has settled into my laugh line, but that's really something that you can avoid with baking. If you just baked in that area, it wouldn't form the line there. Although it has settled into my fine lines in my forehead. I don't feel like it looks patchy, and I've probably been putting my hand a little bit here. I feel like the coverage on the nose isn't the best, but it may have been the combination of concealer and powder that I used. But in regards to oiliness, like, it looks a little bit shiny because of the studio lighting, but it looks perfectly fine. Like, I am really impressed. Obviously, I'm testing this foundation out in the middle of winter. Isn't really ideal. Some days are more oily than others. I'm so impressed so far. So what I'm going to do is I am going out for dinner at around 6. So I'll probably check back in with you maybe like 9 o'clock or something like that for a final check-in. And at this point, I have not touched up at all, and I won't touch up before I go out or anything like that. That's how I find these first impressions work best, when you don't touch up, because if you touch up, you don't actually know the longevity of the makeup. So I shall see you in a few hours. Bye. Hi guys, I'm back. It's 10 p.m. I've just taken off my lipstick and reapplied some because it was awful. But I've been wearing the foundation for 12 hours at this point in time. It has not held up that great. I feel like overall, look, it doesn't look too bad. I'm not an oil slick. It's not the worst foundation that I've ever tried. It's definitely not the best. You can look at it and think, oh, that looks fine, Crystal, but when you look up closely, there's little flaws here and there, and they all add up to be definitely not my favorite foundation, but still a pretty good one. So the first thing that I want to say is this area up here is super, super cakey. I was really naughty and I picked some pimples just before, but over here, this scarring situation going on here has just gone so flaky, and it's just clung to those patches. It looks absolutely awful. It has transferred quite a bit. Like, I mean, I was at dinner and I had my hand on my mouth, like, you know, holding my chin up kind of thing. So that happened. Like, it doesn't look oily at all, I don't feel. It hasn't, and that's probably not even the foundation, but like under here, it just like the mascara's transferred, and you can see my dark circles. It's gone into my lines in my forehead. So I'm just going to show you a close-up so you can see what I mean, that I'm not actually making this stuff up. Sorry, it's so hard to do these. So here's a close-up. Hopefully you can see. Here is a really, really cakey. My forehead doesn't really look appealing, and this dry patch over here is just really clung there, and it's also transferred. So overall, it's a foundation that, yeah, I would wear it again. Probably not, like, I mean, is something that you could wear to an event because it looks great in flash photography. Oh yeah, the primer. You know what? I think it's held up better with the primer. I'll do another close-up, but just around the nose, you can see that it's separating in here, and then this side looks a bit better. So this is the non-prime side where you can see it separating, and this is the prime side. I hope that you guys can see a difference. I think that this side has overall transferred because I tend to lean my hand on this side rather than this side. So I don't know if I can really compare that with the primer. Back to what I was saying, it's not the best foundation, it's not the worst foundation. I just have other foundations that make my skin look flawless, so I would prefer them. But if you're after a light to medium coverage and you want something that is quite long lasting, and you know, like, it hasn't really gone too oily on me at all, I'm very surprised. If you're after something like that, this foundation may be the one for you. I think it's around $30 here in Australia, and you do get 33 mils, which is 3 more than the standard, 3.3 more. So that wraps up my first impressions review on the NYX HD Studio Foundation in Natural. Have you tried this foundation? I would love to know what you think of it. Do you think you're going to buy it based on this recommendation? As I said, it depends what you're after. I prefer a more full coverage foundation, so this could be something that I'd wear to work. I will leave a playlist link down below of some first impressions. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!